Welcome back to Kung Fu Maintenance. Today I'm going to show you how to make a no cinnamon version of French toast. What I've got is Texas toast, so it's a lot thicker bread. French toast actually get kind of some of the name or the backstory of French toast was it was called old bread in other languages. Or I'm sorry, not old bread, lost bread. But the reason is because it was bread that has gone a bit stale is often used, and the staleness of the bread allows it to soak up a little bit of the mixture without breaking as easily. But Texas toast helps do that as the bread is a little bit thicker, and so that's what I'm going to be using today. Any number of ways of how you can slice this up. I kind of like it diagonally, so I'm making some diagonal cut slices in the bread, and that makes it a little bit easier to dip in the bowl. I like just using a bowl because it's easy to clean. Yeah, it fits in the dishwasher, nice and convenient. Now what we're going to use is 2 eggs, and then from there you can use any number of things to lessen the egg, because you really don't want it to be too eggy. If you just use straight egg, it's going to give a little bit too much of the egg flavor to your French toast, and that's not really what you're going for. It's actually, well, you can use milk, you can use soy milk, you can use cream, you can even use water. Just depends, and you're usually using about 1/2 cup to a cup. And it depends, again, how strong your bread is. You might use a little bit less of your medium if your bread is really fresh, as it's going to soak it up a lot easier. And so I used about 1/2 cup to a cup, about 3/4 of a cup. I don't think it's so critical, the amount, just kind of using your judgment there. And then we're going to add a little bit of vanilla. You can use a teaspoon of vanilla, but again, using it to flavor. I'm not big into particularly exact measurements. I just kind of do it how I like it. But again, it's to flavor. And then we're going to add some nutmeg. Now the nutmeg is going to give it a lot of flavor, and you don't want too much nutmeg. In some ways, less is more. The nutmeg you can either add to your mixture, or some people like to add it after, so I'm doing it before. And from here you can sweeten things a little bit. It's up to you for your taste. You can add a little sugar, or what I like to do is actually add powdered sugar to the toast afterwards, because it gives a nice look. It has that powdered sugar, and you can add syrup or some types of jam, or fresh fruit like bananas, or apple slices, or whatever you like to go with your French toast, or just straight French toast. But anyway, there's the nutmeg and vanilla. And now we're ready to dip it in and fry it up. I like to use real butter. If your cheaper alternatives use margarine, butter is actually a little bit more healthy for you. Grab my pan from up top here. Fry it up. There we go. And we'll come over here, we'll light it. There we go. And we'll add our butter to the pan. My knife here that we used earlier, that'll look good to slice off a little bit. The first one I like to use a little bit more butter, and then from there use a little bit less butter, because we're making sure we get that first part nice and kind of using the butter to keep the bread from sticking and the egg from sticking to the pan. Grab a spatula, get that ready that we can flip our bread with, and I'll grab a couple plates that we can put our finished French toast on. I like to fry up the toast and then put it on the plate. and then just cover it with a second plate to keep it warm as we're going. It's nice to have everything nice and hot when it's ready to go. Okay, we can bring our egg mixture over here. Gonna kind of spread the butter around. We're going to dip our bread in, fry it up. Got my makeshift tripod here for you guys. And now we can dip our French toast in and fry it up. And we don't want it to soak too long, we just want it just well enough, so I'm dipping it in, flipping it over, getting it all around on the Texas toast, and there we go. It really will be frying it in to the outside. Here's our next piece. Same deal. Hear the sizzle is starting. There we go. And we can actually probably fit a couple more pieces. That's the other nice thing about kind of pre-cutting it up first is get things going faster. French toast is a nice, easy meal. This can feed about 4 people with just 2 eggs, and I'm gonna do 4 slices of bread. Eggs are still relatively inexpensive when it comes to getting your protein. They have gone up in price recently, but still, all in all, compared to other things, not too expensive. So French toast is not too expensive of a meal. Just I'm going to check my temperature. I kind of got it on a higher heat right now, so I'm going to turn it down a little bit. I don't want it to cook too fast. It's already, can smell the nutmeg frying up a bit. Move this around, see if I can fit in another slice. And it's almost time to turn our first piece over. We don't want it to burn. There we go. Okay, so here's our first pieces. And we can either use the spatula or you can use your fork. Looks like it needs a little longer, so I'm going to flip that back over. It's looking delicious, and I can actually smell the nutmeg a little bit as it's cooking, so it smells pretty good. I think it's going to be good. I'm kind of waiting to dip my next piece of bread, as again, I don't want it to soak up too much of the mixture. Just really frying it on the outside is what works really good. So now I think we're ready to flip this piece. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Smells really good. I must be hungry. I think I waited a little long today to make this video. It's almost lunchtime, but yeah, this one's not really ready to flip yet. So I'm going to flip that back over, let it fry up a little bit more, get a little more even. And kind of avoid anything burning there. Yep, it's a good day for a little homemade French toast. Back up a little bit. Get it going. Coming along good. I'll go ahead and flip these and see how we're doing. Yeah, it's looking good. Might use a spatula at this point. I don't want to leave anything behind to burn. Yep, looking good. With this, once we're finished, put it on the plate, and it will kind of garnish it with a little powdered sugar. It really gives a nice look. Makes it look really, really delicious. And then we'll be ready to eat. That slice is looking good. That slice is looking good. That one a little bit more. This one a little bit more. Okay, so it's had enough time now. We're ready to go. French toast, and I got a little powdered sugar going to go on, and this I'm just ready to serve up actually on some plates, and whatever is left over, as I was saying, I'll cover with another set of plates. So I have one that I'm going to set aside. And then keep it warm inside the plates there, and then two ready to go. So I can serve up some breakfast here. Keep going. Looks good there. And then what we've got is some powdered sugar to go with it. And I might actually just take this third piece and serve that with one of these. Just like this. And then the powdered sugar, grab a spoon. And this will do it this way. That. And then I'll just tap on some nice powdered sugar. And we didn't add any sugar earlier to our frying mix, so this little powdered sugar will work good to kind of give it the pizzazz. Alright. There we go. And now we just add some syrup. And there's the French toast, homemade French toast, good to go. Should be delicious. Okay, normally everyone would just put on their syrup themselves, but I'm just showing you, adding a little syrup here. And it depends on how much you like. There we go, homemade French toast, good to go. Thanks for watching Kung Fu Maintenance. Over and out. Hope you have a good breakfast today. A lot of times I skip it, but it's nice on the weekends. Sometimes you have a little more time. Okay, got the next batch going in that used up all my egg mixture. So for 3 people, really, you may want to go with a third egg, you know, and just kind of modify the mixture. None of it, I don't think, is critical in your amounts that you mix. It's kind of something you can do to your particular taste or how you want it to come out, you know. And if you want to make it a little more healthy, you might slice up some bananas and put it, make it like a garnish with your French toast or some apples or some strawberries or some other fresh fruit, blueberries, whatnot. But makes a nice, easy, delicious meal. Thanks for watching Kung Fu Maintenance. Over and out. These, I'll check if it's time to flip. Not quite yet, but we got it going. Or you might even just double the mixture, but this is my no cinnamon version of French toast. It's vanilla, nutmeg, makes it delicious. A little powdered sugar. Yeehaw!
There is a plan for us. Deeper than what we see. This is why it's called a planet. It's a planet. It's a plan. It's a plan for this planet. for this message. Save us. Boo. Yeah. He came for you. Took our place and suffered and died for us. Took all our garbage upon himself. Gives us his righteousness to those